when the situation happened with me, it was Kevin called one day and he's like, hey, do you mind hanging out with those guys and helping them a little bit and going to some of those car store races? And I went to the first one at Ace and knew right then I fell in love with that kid and just the person he is, how hard he works. There's so many things that people don't know about him. I think everybody knows my character, and when I say somebody's a good person, they're a good person. And he's just been awesome to be around, and really all these guys. I mean, honestly, yesterday I got emotional talking to him in the trailer because, I never expected my year to be like this, and I expected to be at Talladega this weekend and doing all the things I've always done, and all these guys accepted me to be in the shop and to go to the racetrack with them and be part of their group. And Miles, the crew chief on this thing, he worked for me a long time at SHR and just a great person, works extremely hard. When he worked for me at SHR, he was a shop guy, and now he can build every part on the car, and just super proud of what he's done. Really, all these guys, they have a great group of people that are at the shop, and just a lot of fun to be around.
Monday, you're making the transition over across the street, so to speak, down the road, I guess. What's that going to be like for you getting to jump back into that next year at Dale, for Dale Jr. and for that team and that, in the Xfinity Series, but, it's a lot more traditional than what they're doing now on the Cup side.
Yeah, for sure. And that was something I had to put some deep thought into was, whether to go Xfinity racing, whether to give it a few more months and see if something happened on the Cup side. Deep down inside it hurts not to Cup race. But, the right person called. And, Dale's meant a lot to me, him and Kelly both, Mr. H, being part of that deal. All those three have meant a lot to me my whole life. And, it was one of those opportunities that I felt like would be a lot of fun. It's not going to – you're not going to have some of the perks that you have with Cup racing, but on the other side, hopefully you can get a lot of checker flags and be around people that you want to be around and have a smile on your face when you go to work, have a smile on your face when you go home. And to have, those cars would be a lot of fun for me. That's what I grew up doing, those old style truck arm cars. I think everybody in the garage knows I love that stuff. And, I think some people have the perception that I don't like the new car, and it's not that. If I could go Cup racing again one day, I would definitely do that. And but I want to do it in the right opportunity and win races. And that's really what drove me to do this with Dale and with Kelly was. I feel like we can run strong every week. We can have a shot at an Owners Championship in the Xfinity Series and to win races every week and to stack that on top of the 40 Cup wins and hopefully, have 20 Xfinity wins one day. And, I think if you can do that as a person, you've done pretty good.
Harvick blamed you for dragging him into this Cars Tour thing, not just this year, but when he originally bought the team a couple of years ago when this place opened up. Do you look back on that fondly to be able to make all that happen? And is hindsight 20/20, but it's a great thing?
Yeah, for me, he knew how much late model stock car racing meant to me. Just, over a 10-year span, he knew how much I talked about it. Like every conversation was about late model stock car racing. And, one day he just like, if you want to build one, build one. And it really just started with picking up a car from Hitchcock and bringing it to the shop, and I had to get every single piece and part. Like every tool, every jack stand, every this, toolbox, all kinds of stuff, and was just over there by myself. And now it's turned into just a great atmosphere with great people. Obviously, they have fast race cars, and they can win races and win a championship. So to me, it's been awesome to see it grow, and basically from nothing to a championship.
Are you going to be able to help him any next year in any capacity? It's an interesting dynamic when you look at Dale and Harvick help both sort of quote co-own the tour, but they have competing race cars. How do you find yourself in the middle there?
Yeah, for sure. No matter what happens in the future with Landen, I'll always be a part of Landen's life. We joke all the time that he's another child for us now, and he's got a big future ahead of him. And I think the biggest question is what happens with Keelan, 3-4 years from now. Kevin's done a lot for me. He changed my whole life. So nothing would mean more to me than to still be at JRM and to have Keelan driving it. And that would be pretty awesome.